Dear colleagues and friends, Canada welcomes this timely initiative, and it extends heartfelt gratitude to the government of the Czech Republic for hosting this important international ministerial on freedom of religion or belief. This year marks the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. In an increasingly polarized world, the Declaration reminds us of our shared humanity and our collective responsibility to safeguard the rights of every person, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, language, religion, or birth status. Canada has made the promotion of inclusion and respect for diversity a priority, both at home and abroad. The right to freedom of religion or belief is intrinsically linked to other human rights, such as freedom of expression, peaceful assembly, and association, which are foundational to safe, prosperous, and inclusive societies. As a human right, freedom of religion or belief does not, we know, shield religious traditions or religions against criticism, nor does it protect members of religious communities from critical questions. Freedom of religion or belief, which protects believers and non-believers alike, empowers people in all their diversity, either individually or in community with others, to decide for themselves what they believe and how they wish to live. Canada prides itself on being a multicultural, multi-faith, and multi-ethnic democracy. However, we are not immune to the troubling rise of discrimination and hate we are witnessing around the world. We understand that the protection of human rights must begin at home, which is why we are actively working to combat anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and all other forms of discrimination. Our commitment is notably exemplified through the appointments of a special envoy on preserving Holocaust remembrance and combating anti-Semitism, and a special representative on combating Islamophobia, as well as Canada's federal anti-racism strategy. We recognize also that ours is a country that has historically denied rights to First Nations, Inuit, and Métis through assimilationist policies and practices, including a system of residential schools, the purpose of which was to eliminate all aspects of Indigenous culture, including spiritual and religious traditions. As we continue to grapple with the hard truths of the past and work to address long-standing inequalities, we are moving towards the recognition and full realization of rights as the basis for Canada's relationship with Indigenous peoples. Globally, Canada strongly condemns the persecution and human rights violations against various faith and belief communities. We continue to raise our voices to draw attention to pressing issues which we all know too well, whether it's Uyghur Muslims, Christians, Tibetan Buddhists, Falun Gong practitioners, and other faith and belief communities in China, the continued discrimination against religious minorities in Iran, including Baha'is, Jews, Christians, Zoroastrians, Sunni, and Sufi Muslims, the persecution of the Ahmadi Muslims in different parts of the world, Jehovah's Witnesses in Russia, and the rise of anti-Semitism and anti-Muslim hatred globally. Both at the domestic and global levels, informed, coordinated, and sustained action is essential to countering discrimination and exclusion. This is why Canada has established and continues to co-chair the International Contact Group on Freedom of Religion or Belief. Canada will continue to stand in solidarity with all faith and belief communities against all hatred and intolerance and their desire to build a more just and inclusive world. Let the affirmations we make here today guide us in our collective efforts to protect not only the right to freedom of religion or belief, but all human rights. Thank you.